Good morning, everyone. Here is the Harley Davidson Road King Special with its Milwaukee 114 engine. It's a hell of a beast. It weighs about 55 stone. I'm going to get the specs up in a minute, and you can certainly look at this. This is a 2001 edition and cost approximately $24,000, probably about the same in the UK. It's a big, heavy beast. And I've been wondering, I've had this bike now for 4 days, riding it around in West Virginia. I picked this up in Norfolk in East Virginia and rode it over to the Blue Ridge Mountains where I currently sit. I'm at Catawba Baptist Church. There we go. Look at that for a church. Wow. And it's in the middle of nowhere. It really is in the middle of nowhere. There are churches everywhere. It's a beautiful bike. It gets lots and lots of attention due to the colour. A lot of people like this colour over here. I don't know if it's something to do with everybody that I seem to speak to is, former military or something like that. But it is what it is. The front pegs that hold everything out, have your feet out. I've not been using that. It feels like I'm going into a birthing position. The gear changer, the gear selector, thank God it's got a rocker like the Honda Super Cubs. My goodness, you just can't change gear on this one without the back lever and using heel and toes. Maybe it's because this particular bike has got 31,000 miles on the clock. I don't know, but it is lovely to ride on the American roads. I'm not sure I would be happy to ride this around London or a major city or anything like that. But let's sit on the bike and have a look at it while the traffic goes past. Everybody keeps on saying, "Are you okay?" And I am okay. There we go. You've got the usual controls on the left, horn, indicators. The indicators are fantastic, self-cancelling, and they really do work. The other manufacturers should take note of how Harley Davidson are doing. Uh, I haven't said hello. Hello, everyone. How are you doing? I hope you're okay. I'm enjoying my stay over in America, returning in a couple of days. I'm actually on my way east from the Blue Ridge Mountains over towards Norfolk, where I catch my first domestic flight up to Atlanta, and then or down to Atlanta, and then back over to Manchester in the UK. So that should be good. So on the left-hand side, usual controls. There is a cruise control here on one small little button. Absolutely wonderful. It works like a treat. Absolutely wonderful. On the right-hand side, you've got the stop, start, and kill, and indicators right and hazards. That's about it, really. You've got the usual things on this, where you use this particular button here to roll through the various functions that are on the digital display here. So that's cool. It is keyless, and using this button here, you turn on the ignition. You'll notice the steering lock is like that. Under here is another lock, yeah, and you can lock this button to stop people from turning it into ignition on and things like that. That is super cool. That is super cool. So let's get it fired up and let's go for a spin. Ah, right. Here we go. Here we go. Let's put the switches in the right place. It is a big beast. Oh, goodness me. It's got the, what is it, about 1900cc engine. It's a 114 Milwaukee 8. I'm not up on Harley Davidsons, if I'm open and honest, but I did hire this out through Rider Share, which is basically Airbnb for motorcycles. And it works out well. So this is day 4 of my hire, and I just thought I'd take you for a quick spin. And we're going to turn right here. Here we go. So I've got my navigation on at the moment, and I'm using Kalimoto on my phone, which is connected to my headset and is telling me which direction to go. It's told me to go down here for 12 miles. Kalimoto has worked really well while I've been here. I've been using it. Absolutely wonderful. Okay, so the handlebars are quite wide, and I think that's an advantage because it gives you the ability to put some leverage in the steering, which you do need to do. You do need to do that. It's a very heavy bike. Riding roads like this is an absolute dream. Absolute dream. But when you try to navigate around a car park at McDonald's or anything like that, it's like trying to move a planet. It's so heavy. It is very agricultural. The gearbox is really clunky. I'm assuming that's how they all are. It doesn't feel as slick as a Japanese or European bike. Heel and towing is a must on this machine. It's very, very comfortable. It's a brilliant mile muncher. On the interstates, no problems at all. It just flies down the interstates and returns reasonable economy. Please don't pull out on me. It's on roads like this, the A roads or B roads of the UK, it's very smooth. One of the locals came up to me a day ago and said that it was the Cadillac of Harley Davidson. The Road King Special was the Cadillac. And you know, this gets a lot of attention wherever I've been when I pulled up in petrol stations. It's been, you know, it certainly grabs attention and people start talking about it. And then they realise that I'm from the UK and on a bit of a holiday. Slow down for this. Hey! Breakfast in America. Supertramp. It's been great over in America. The people have been so friendly. If you get the opportunity, maybe you should get out to the Blue Ridge Mountains yourself. I don't want to go too fast because of the microphone. So, yeah, the gearbox is hard work. I've been trying to understand why something so agricultural would be £23,000. Whoa, bit of slippy on the gravel, but it handled it well. I've been trying to understand why you pay £23,000 for this. Now, It's my understanding that in 2025, Harley Davidson ceased production of the Road King, and then again we were sort of 24,000 pounds. I'm just thinking, why would you pay so much for something that feels so agricultural and so heavy? Well, it's my thought, and you correct me if I'm wrong, you're actually paying part of a lifestyle, because everybody out here with the Harley Davidson, it's like a massive community. It's not like when you buy a Suzuki or a Yamaha, you know, you're buying into a community. It's almost like you're paying for the money to get in the community and you get a free bike. This being the bike, or other Harley Davidsons. But this truly is a lovely cruiser. A lovely cruiser. As long as it's moving. When you come to a standstill, you've got to, you know, get your feet down and make sure they're planted, because she's a heavy beast. An absolute heavy beast. Would I buy one? Would I buy one? Absolutely not. But then again, I've no desire to be in the Harley Davidson community. And I'm not saying that negatively, it's just that I've no desire to be there at this stage in life. Maybe as I get older, I might change my mind. But as I feel it today, you know, I'm not sure that this is the bike for me. I have thoroughly enjoyed riding this bike for 5 days in America. But, you know, this is, you know, I think it's not love or hate. I think it's, I don't know what it is, but you certainly got to want to be in the community. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. If I went and spent £23,000 on a bike like this, I'd want to join the local Harley Davidson group that rides in my area. But I could, you know, from an efficiency perspective and a modern perspective, I could buy a much more capable bike without all the weight. If you don't know and you're new to the channel, then please do subscribe. And for those that are subscribed, thank you very much. I appreciate it. If you like this video, give it a like and share it on. But you know, this is a really interesting machine. A really interesting machine. While I'm riding, I'm trying to show you some of the stuff that's around. As I ride through West Virginia. Look at that for a house. Give them a wave. The houses are ginormous and not necessarily expensive. Not necessarily expensive compared to the UK. Everybody always waves. Let's get on the correct side of the road. Everybody always waves as you're riding through. And it does, you know, even in America, this bike is causing a lot of attention when I stop. It's locally, it's really interesting. So there you go. What do you think? Have you had a Road King? Do you have a Road King? Are you thinking about getting a Road King? The lifestyle comes with the bike, I guess. It comes with the bike. Look, another church. Absolutely hundreds of churches here. I hope you enjoyed the ride. Let's pull up here. Heel and toey. Heel and toey. Oh, that gearbox is like so mechanical. I sometimes struggle to find neutral. There we go, there's neutral. Hope you enjoyed the ride. Don't forget to give it a like. I'm not a Harley Davidson expert. HD Bob. There you go. Harley Davidson Road King, and it certainly is a king of the road. It's got absolutely tons of power from that V-twin. It's an amazing bike, but it's just so heavy. You tell me what your thoughts are. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a like, and I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. Wow. Crazy.